Alright, Shalawam. Call Halayim, Yahweh Bashim, Yahushai Bashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders. Great millstone. Peace and salutations to all you brothers out there doing this word, truth and sincerity, teaching the word on the highways and hedges, making the videos, waking up the hopeful elect through the spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim, Yahushai Bashim, Rakakadash. And Shalawam to the hopeful elect, your sincere brethren, 1/3 the nation of Israel, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You are the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, and this place that we're in, America, is known as Babylon the Great, and it's under the dominion of the so-called white man, known as Esau, Edom, in the scriptures. Okay, the red Hebrew Edomite, so-called white man. Right, so this presidential election is heating up, and there's this guy Andrew Yang. I think I covered him before, but this was from yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna play it because this is at a Black National Action Committee established in 1999, 1991. This is like a pro-black type thing. Al Sharpton's there. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm gonna play what this man has to say. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in the scriptures. All right, because this video is gonna be about the thing called moral authority. Okay, and pretty much how this place is in our rest. Okay, this place is meant for us to serve our captivity. Okay, so I'm gonna play it for you.
Who's the next president in many of the last cycles, but you all represent something even more profound than that. You represent moral leadership and moral authority in this country. Now, you got that the hardest way possible. You got that through the historic subjugation and oppression and marginalization of African Americans from day one or day minus 100 years. And better yet, you all are fighting for a better future. That's how you get moral authority. Now, you have this moral authority that most politicians will never have, most Americans will never sniff. And as someone who's running for president now, I would acknowledge that very, very plainly. I grew up a skinny Asian kid in an all-white suburb in New York, so I had that experience. But I know that that experience is the palest shadow of what most African Americans experienced growing up and coming of age in this country. Because while I had words working against me, you have something much more cruel. You have numbers working against you.
Okay, so this thing he just mentioned was moral authority. I'm gonna play the last part of it, but let me get a scripture. Actually, this is real quick. Micah 2:10. Okay. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with sword destruction." All right. And actually, I'm gonna play it all real quick. Okay. And we'll go back to all the points you made.
And you all know what the numbers are. Now, I have about 9 minutes with you all. I'm going to do 3 things in this 9 minutes. The first thing is going to sound impossible. The first thing is I'm going to convince you that things are even worse than you think they are. Now, you're all listening to this being like, no way he's going to be able to pull that off, but I'm going to pull it off. The second thing is I'm going to present a way forward, and the third is I'm going to let you know that the country needs you all more than ever right now. So how am I going to tell you all that things are even worse than you think they are? I'm a numbers guy. I'm a math guy, and the numbers are cruel. So the numbers that you know of, African American median net worth is a small fraction of the national average. You all know that. You all know that African Americans are almost 6 times more likely to be incarcerated than other groups. You all know that. But this is something that most of you do not know, that according to a study that was published in The Guardian a number of months ago, median African American net worth is projected to go to 0 by 2053, 34 years from now. Now, you might be looking at yourselves being like, how is that possible? How could the median African American net worth be projected to go to 0 over the next 34 years? And I'm here to tell you exactly how that's going to happen. Right now, the dynamics of this winner-take-all economy are about to take off. I have many friends in Silicon Valley, and what we know is that capital and technology are about to converge in historic ways and assume more and more economic value. And what we over the next 34 years. Now, you might be looking at yourselves being like, how is that possible? How could the median African American net worth be projected to go to zero over the next 34 years? A number of months ago, median African American net worth is projected to go to zero by 2053.
Median African American net worth is going to be at zero, according to the so-called white man's reports. Okay, so things are worse than you think they are. This is what he's saying, right? And that's what we've been telling you. Okay, and it's taking a Moabite to go out here on the presidential campaign to really tell you stiff-necked, hard-headed Negroes, okay, what it is, man. That, hey, man, this ain't your rest, pretty much, okay? Arise ye and depart, this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sore destruction. Yeah, man, America ain't meant for you to be at rest, man. America is meant to kill you, man. Slowly, quickly, whatever which way possible, man. That's what the point of us being here in America, man. This is us serving our captivity. Okay, so this is a point I think I covered before, but I wanted to. He's using that, but the main thing I wanted to go into here is this thing called moral authority. Okay, and if you watch that asshole Stefan Molyneux, he acts like he has moral authority, but he's mad that he doesn't. Okay, the thing about you so-called white people is that you at one time you did have the moral authority, but why did you have the moral authority? You had it through oppression, lies, and complete hegemony over the violence, which you still control, but not like you used to. Okay, you can't just go around lynching us like you used to. Okay, and get away with it, take pictures of it, send it to your families, right? Or just go around scalping Indians and return it for a buffalo nickel. All right, you can't do that anymore. Yet you want to say something, people shut you down, just tell you not to speak. Hey man, you can't speak on this. You're a white man. How can you say that? Because you don't have any moral authority, man. You lost it. Your moral authority's gone. And I'm gonna play that last part. He's
Now you're do three things in this 9 minutes. Growing up and coming of age. I would acknowledge that very, very plainly. Moral authority. On or day minus 100 years. You got that in this country. President in many of the last. So it's a privilege and honor to be here with you all because of what you represent. And you represent, obviously, 12 candidates will be here with you all because we all know that African American voters and leaders have helped choose the next president in many of the last cycles. But you all represent something even more profound than that. You represent moral leadership and moral authority in this country. Now, you got that the hardest way possible. You got that through the historic subjugation and oppression and marginalization of African Americans from day one or day minus 100 years. And better yet, you all are fighting for a better future. That's how you get moral authority.
So he says that's how we got it, right? We got it really because the moral authority is with us, the men of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's men he chose, starting with the apostles, the great millstone, and the elders on down, okay? These guys, Al Sharpton, he does not have any moral authority. Yet, even on the left-hand side, this guy's talking on the left-hand side here, okay? You got to understand that. He acknowledges that if anyone has a moral authority, it's got to be these black people. Why? Because they've been getting their asses kicked, handed to them, yet they haven't gone up and strapped bombs to their chest and killed Edomites. They haven't gone and lynched Edomites. As much as so-called white men, you want to portray us as bloodthirsty animals that just want to go kill Edomites. We're not doing that, man. We've never done that. Yes, we've gone to war with you devils, okay? Yes, we pillaged, okay? We pillaged you devils' settlements when you first came around here. Okay, kidnapped some of your women. But hey, man, all is fair in love and war, right? You damn devils. Okay, and let's look back at those times. What were you doing to us? Oh, you had us in chains and chattel slavery. Oh, you were just genociding our people. Fucking devils. All right? And now, yeah, now I'm getting mad just thinking about that. Yet, let me go into this thing, moral authority. Okay, and explain to you who actually has it, because we have it. The saints, the Israelites. Okay, that's why he's coming here and speaking to these people. Because these people are Israelites. Okay, believe it or not. Al Sharpton, as wicked and evil as he is, he's an Israelite. This guy, he's an Israelite. And Yang, man, this guy Yang, man, he may get shot. Yang may get the thing pulled out on him, man. Okay? This is a moral authority from Wikipedia. Moral authority is authority premised on principles or fundamental truths which are independent of written or positive laws. As such, moral authority necessitates the existence of and adherence to truth. Because truth does not change, the principles of moral authority are immutable or unchangeable. Although, as applied to individual circumstances, the dictates of moral authority for action may vary due to the exigencies of human life. So, like if I didn't pronounce that correctly. These principles, which can be of metaphysical or religious nature, are considered normative for behavior, whether they are or are not also embodied in written laws, and even if the community is ignoring or violating them. Therefore, authoritativeness or force of moral authority is applied to the conscience of each individual, who is free to act according to or against its dictates. Moral authority has thus also been defined as the fundamental assumptions that guide our perceptions of the world. Okay? So the whole time we've been in this captivity here in America, we've had the moral authority from the beginning, man. Because the truth never changed. Okay? At the end of the day, you so-called white people always been the devil, okay? You've been the devil from fucking day one up until today and beyond. Okay? It's not it's that you've never released, the Lord has never released that title off you, and you've never released that title off yourself based upon your own actions. Okay? Because when our people were in hardcore slavery and bondage, what did? We served you, believing that we were doing the right thing, man. Okay? We're serving you now, believing we're doing the right thing. Yet, we're in the spirit now of Yahweh Shema Shai, and we're still doing the right thing. Okay? Now we're doing it in a very spiritual way, and the Lord has given us all the authority in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. He's given us all the authority over what's right and what's wrong. Why? Because we have the knowledge of the scriptures. Okay? And I'm going to go into that. So pretty much this is the moral authority. And he made a good point saying, no one else has it. Only the black leadership has it. Why? Because the black leadership here in America, all you've done is get your ass kicked. And came back and got your ass kicked again. All right? And these guys are all sellouts, right? But when he speaks about moral authority, he's talking about all of us. And I'm going to go into the scriptures, okay? Okay, 1 second. Let me bring this up. 1 Corinthians 6:1. Dare any of you having a matter against another go to law before the unjust and not before the saints? Yeah, who are the saints, man? The saints? Who are the saints? Let me get that. This is Psalms 148 and 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. The horn of his people praise all his saints, even the children of Israel. So the children of Israel, the people near unto him, are his saints. Okay, so we know that. Do you not know the saints shall judge the world? The children of Israel shall judge the world. And if the world shall be judged by you, the children of Israel? Are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? If then ye have judgments of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church. That's right. I speak to your shame, it is so, that there is not a wise man among you. No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren. But brother, go to the law with brother, and that before the unbelievers. Yeah, meaning you can't judge each other. You got the book, you got the law. Anybody could be a judge if you can interpret the law correctly. Okay? But you're a brother. But brother goeth to law with brother, man. And that before the unbelievers. So that's how we deal. We deal with the scriptures, okay? Although it says here it doesn't have to do with anything written, yet it says truth does not change. But where do you find the truth? In the scriptures, okay? And the scriptures never change. You can't alter. The scriptures never been altered. As much as people want to say it has been, it hasn't been, okay? It's failed every time the so-called white man's trying to alter it. He's failed miserably, okay? And why do we have the moral authority? The Hebrew Israelites do, okay? Why? Because we have the law, we have the scriptures, and we can judge everything accordingly through the scriptures. Okay? This is Psalms 82:1. The Most High standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Salah. Yeah, and that's what's happening right now, man. There's nobody, the righteous men of the Lord, we're not in power, okay? These guys are in power, and they're struggling for power. Oh, where's that video? Okay, these men, these black leaders, they're in power of our community, okay? But they're more concerned about what? Throwing money at a problem. Why? Because they follow after the so-called white man. No justice, no peace. That's a bunch of BS. Here it is. You got a quarter of our male population in prisons. Yet, no justice, no peace. Okay, you got our people out there promoting gang life and all kinds of wickedness. Yet, no justice, no peace. Come on, man. That's a bunch of BS. You should see right through that. Okay, and this guy Yang, he wants to fix things, but he's not about it, man. None of these guys are about it. They're about what? Making them money, man. And if he doesn't realize that now, he knows that. He's smart. Okay, Moab is a smart guy. I'm just scoffing, right? But yeah, these guys, these guys are just, it's all about money to them. Okay, he killed it. Yang is the one. The more I hear about Yang, the more I like him. All right, so he's in the race to siphon votes off. Okay, so anyways, the real men of the Lord, we have the moral authority, okay? How long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Because these people here, they accept the persons of the wicked. They themselves are wicked, okay? We're not supposed to accept the persons of the wicked, all right? This is Ephesians 5:1. Be ye therefore followers of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as dear children, and walk in love, as Hamashiach hath also loved us, and hath given himself for us as an offering and a sacrifice to the Most High for a sweet-smelling savor. That's right, so we're supposed to follow Yahweh Shem Yahushai as dear children. And who is his children? The Israelites, okay? That's why we have the moral authority, starting with the apostles and elders on down, and walk in love. And how we walk in love, we know that love is following the statutes and commandments, doing the statutes and commandments. Love is an action word, okay? And all those guys that I just showed you in the video, they're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, all right? They want to create policies to protect homosexuals, okay? They want to create policies to protect more wickedness, right? Then none of them want to make policies that promote the scriptures. That's the last thing that's on their mind, okay? They want to do everything against the scriptures. That's why this place is about to be destroyed, okay? But fornication and uncleanliness covetousness, let it not be once named among you as becometh saints. That's right, Ephesians 5:3. But fornication and all uncleanliness or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as becometh saints. So yeah, as we're becoming saints, we don't want any of these things to be named once among us. Okay? To be unclean, to have unlawful sex, or to cheat on the Lord. Covetousness, man. Right? To be coveting another brother. Don't have that around you, okay? Because if you have that around you, you're not going to become saints. But we got to become saints, which means we got to be righteous. And let's say somebody is doing that around us. The Lord gets rid of them guys, man. And I've seen it all too many times, all right? And don't say it didn't happen, okay? Darn bug outs. It says, this is verse 4. Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. Yeah, we're supposed to give thanks to each other, man. Foolish talking or jesting, neither filthiness. And that's what some people like to do. Okay? But rather give thanks. Give thanks, man, to Yahweh Shema Shai. For this you know that no whoremonger, no unclean person, or covetous man who is an idolater hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Yahweh Shai by Hamashiach and of Yahweh by Shemeosh. Salakia, the kingdom of Hamashiach and of the Most High. Let no man deceive you with these vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. Yeah, and the children of disobedience, man, that's the 2/3. They don't, and everybody that are gonna go vote and vote for Yang, vote for, I don't know who else is running, and part of this National Action Network. Because the National Action Network, they're not about action, man. They're about action for you, putting you further in the hole, man, putting you further into captivity. Okay, and all these things I just read about being whoremongers, unclean person, they accept that. If you have money, they'll accept it from you. That's the whole point of that action committee network. This is a place where you could throw money at a problem. Money doesn't solve anything, man. Yahweh Shem Shai solves things. Okay, our faith and us returning to His laws, statutes, and commandments, and fulfilling His will. That's what restores things. Okay. And everybody here is a child of disobedience because they don't, like I said, they're not concerned with the Lord's law, with returning back into the scriptures. This guy's probably a Muslim. This dude is a beta Christian, okay? Supposedly. They accept everybody and anything under the sun as long as you got a check. The Lord doesn't operate like that, okay? And so for us to be saints, we got to get rid of all these things, okay? And that, where do you find that? You find that in the true and sincere brethren of Great Millstone, okay, in particular. All right, I'm going to finish it off with this. This is Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. And that hasn't happened, okay? That hasn't happened yet. We're still in the so-called white man's kingdom. And the so-called Jew, he's over there in our land. All right? And when we go and possess the kingdom, it's going to be here on the earth. It's not going to be floating in outer space like some bug outs like to think. Thou would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were iron and his nails of brass, which devoured and break in pieces. I'm going to skip down, actually. Into the 10 horns that were in his head, and which made up before him fell. And I beheld the same horn made war with the saints, and I prevailed against them, until the ancients of day came, and the judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, in the time that the saints possess the kingdom. All right, and the saint, when we did that, man, we did that when we possessed the kingdom during Europe. Okay. Okay, and so this is all gonna happen again. Okay, but we're not gonna possess this kingdom here in America. Okay, this is what they want to do. They want us to possess this kingdom. That already happened when we took over Europe. Okay, and that was just for a short time. It wasn't forever and ever. Okay? We're not going to possess this place. This place is going to be a desert land. All right? So I just want to go on that real quick, that we, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, we have the moral authority. All right? And even on the left-hand side, they believe that we have the moral authority, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why? Because we've always been in the righteous, man, in the spirit. Okay, it's undeniable who the righteous are. And you so-called white people, it's undeniable that you're the evil. You're the evil thing on the earth. Okay, you're the wicked. You're the devil the Bible speaks of. With that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor. Till next time, Shalawam.